What is going on, guys? Joe here. Welcome back to my channel and Pro Cycling Manager 2019. And here we are for the biggest race of the season. Of course, it's the Tour de France. 3 long weeks of racing ahead of us, and we have a variety of stages, of course. Flat stages for the sprinters, hilly stages which will suit the punchers, along with mountain stages which will decide the GC alongside the time trials, of course. Cannot wait for this, so without further ado, let's take a look at the teams. So to start, we have the Koenig Quickstep, who have last year's KOM winner in Julian Alaphilippe. They also have Viviani in the sprints, and Enric Mas is their GC leader, and PCM actually ranks them as the strongest team, interestingly. Then we have Jumbo-Visma, who have Groenewegen in the sprints, with Steven Kruijswijk in the GC. They also have Wout van Aert, who has been so strong in recent weeks. Then moving to Team Ineos, without Chris Froome, of course, who had that terrible injury. They do have last year's winner, though, in Geraint Thomas, and the young star Egan Bernal, who I actually think is ranked as the favourite right now. Then we can look at Movistar. They have the old man Valverde, alongside Landa, who was close in the Giro. Also Nairo Quintana, who I think will be their GC leader. Soler as well, very strong GC team for Movistar. And moving on, we have Bahrain Merida, and Vincenzo Nibali is here, but after the Giro, he will be very tired, so I doubt he'll contest the GC. He'll probably go for the KOM jersey or something. Maybe Rowan Dennis could go for GC. We'll see if he's strong enough in the mountains. He looked pretty good at the Tour de Twist. They also have Colbrelli, Toynes and Mohoric. Very strong team for Bahrain Merida. Now we have BORA Hansgrohe in this lovely white Tour de France jersey. Obviously, Peter Sagan, he'll be the favourite for the green jersey, I'm sure. Emanuel Buchmann will lead their GC charge, though. Next, we have Mitchelton Scott with the Yates brothers, of course. They'll be led by Adam Yates in the GC this time around. They also have Trentin, Impey and Haig, so a very strong team for Mitchelton Scott. FDJ will be led by Thibaut Pinot. He'll be their GC leader, and I actually fancy Pinot to do very well this year. That he has some good help in Millard, Gaudu, Reichenbach, and of course Kung in the time trials. Next we have Trek Segafredo, who have a lovely Tour de France special jersey as well. Really like that jersey. They're led by Richie Porte, who maybe has his best chance at winning this in years without Chris Froome and Dumoulin here. Also Mollema, Stuyven, Jacone, pretty strong team for them. And moving on, we have UAE Team Emirates, led by Dan Martin and Christoph in the sprints. They are of course without Fernando Gaviria. And moving further down, we have Astana, and I think one of the big favourites for the race is Jakob Fuglsang. He has been so strong all season long. Can he last the full 3 weeks though? We'll see about that. Then moving on to Education First, we have Michael Woods, Rigoberto Urán, of course, he'll lead their GC charge. TJ Van Garderen along with Alberto Bettiol. Very nice, well-rounded team for Education First. Lotto Soudal don't really have a GC threat. However, they do have Caleb Ewan, one of the strongest sprinters around, of course. AG2R Le Mondial, they'll be led by Romain Bardet. Can he get another podium? I think he's already got 2 podiums. Obviously, his big weakness is the time trial, so we'll see if he can keep up with the others there. Then we have Katusha Alpecin, not the strongest team. Zakarin and Pollitt, their strongest riders. Team Sunweb, of course, without Tom Dumoulin. No real GC threat. Probably Kelderman, the only GC rider. Not sure he's quite up to it, though. He's recovering from an injury. They do have Michael Matthews and Kara Anderson, though. Then CCC. They're all about Greg Van Avermaet and Patrick Bevan, really. Direct NG have Terpstra, although obviously he's not a very good mountains rider or a sprinter. They do have Bonifacio, and Calmajan is always strong in the breaks. And then finally, we have Dimension Data, not a strong team from them, to be honest. They have Valgren, Kreuziger and Boas Hagen. Cofidis are led by Laporte and Harada in the mountains. Arkea Samsic have Barguil, who will almost certainly go for the KOM jersey, along with Andre Greipel, who's getting on a bit. Let's see if he can still compete with the best. And then finally, we have Wanty Group Gobert, who are led by Guilherme Martin. And so, for this Tour de France, guys, I have decided to go with BORA Hansgrohe. We of course have Peter Sagan, the favourite for the green jersey. Anything less than that and a few stage wins will be very disappointing for Peter. We also have Emanuel Buchmann, who will be our GC leader. He's had a good season so far, and I'm really hoping he can do well in real life. He's one of my favourite riders, Emanuel Buchmann, so we'll see how he can do. Apart from that, we maybe have Schachmann, Conrad, who could maybe go for the KOM jersey. Not as strong as Alaphilippe or maybe Barguil, but Schachmann and Conrad, probably Schachmann to be honest. He might be the best chance for the KOM jersey. Then with regards to helpers, we have Daniel Oss, Postelberger, Burkhardt and Gregor Mühlberger. So I think the team's main aims for the race have to be the green jersey and at least 2 or 3 stage wins for Sagan. Try and get a top 5 with Buchmann. Top 10 will be solid though. If we can push for a top 5, I think that'll be an amazing result with Manny Buchmann in the GC. And then finally, hopefully we can challenge for that KOM jersey with Maxi Schachmann. So guys, stage 1 of Le Tour is starting and ending in Brussels. We can see it is classified as a flat stage. However, there are a few short climbs and a few cobble sections as well. We can see them here. Sagan starts the day as the 3rd favourite, so hopefully we can challenge for the stage win. We'll have to be aware for that intermediate sprint as well. Let's get into the stage. So guys, as you can see, the first stage of the Tour de France is underway. Plenty of attacks going off actually. As we can see, I did think about putting Berghardt in the break, but I think we'll keep him in the peloton with the rest of our guys and really concentrate on getting Peter Sagan that win today. So guys, as we cross this bridge, we can see that there's a 6-man breakaway up the road, as there is more attacks going off actually. But at the moment in the break we have Cummings, Geschke, De Gent, Scully, Beestrom and Lingen. I'm not sure if any of these extra attacks are going to make it in, to be honest. I think the breakaway is just going to be these 6 riders. So guys, the breakaway are now coming into this first cobbled climb of the day, the Kapelmur, and as you can see, Cummings attacks early. Geschke tries to follow. Will be interesting to see who can take this actually. And this is a 3rd category climb, so whoever takes this is most likely to hold their polka dot jersey going into the next stage. I am going to try and move everyone up here. Let's try and keep right towards the front, push it up to maybe 85 limit. Really important to stay towards the front on this cobbled section, and as we can see, it was Armé de Gent actually. He takes it ahead of Tom Scully. Cummings must have collapsed towards the end of that climb. So yeah, Armé de Gent looking the favourite to wear the KOM jersey in stage 2. So guys, over the top of this climb, really trying to make sure everyone stays towards the front of the peloton. It does seem Buchmann and Conrad have been dropped for now. They should come back pretty comfortably. You can see there's just a group of 26 up the road. We're not pacing with Berghardt, so that is fine. These guys should make it back pretty comfortably. So guys, now we're all in this same group. I have set Berghardt to do some work on the front. Let's try and keep Manny Buchmann towards the front here. Really push the pace because these groups behind could get caught out, so I do want to keep the pace up. I did miss that 2nd KOM climb. Let's see who took that. It was indeed Armé de Gent. He will wear the polka dot jersey in stage 2. So guys, they were the 2 main cobble climbs for today. We do have one more cobble section and then one more short climb, but we can see quite a few riders have been left behind. Don't think there's any real favourites. I can see Terpstra, Caruso, Jasper Philipsen. He would have liked to sprint for today. Same with Bonifacio. There's David Gaudu here. Anyone back here? Guilherme Martin. That is surprising. He would have been Wanty Group Gobert's GC hope. Sergio Luis Henao. So you can see Luis Leon Sanchez. Quite a few riders have been left behind. Lastly, Chad Hager and Michael Chorel. Let's just take a moment, guys, to look at this beautiful white jersey that BORA have for this Tour de France. Really strange seeing Peter Sagan in a non-champions jersey, not the world champs or the national champs. Nice to see Schachmann in that German champs jersey though, as well as we have Conrad, who's wearing the Austrian champion, of course. And here's the Trek Segafredo jersey as well, which I really like. Really big fan of this jersey. Lotto have a slightly different kit, and so do UAE. They've got white shorts for this race. So guys, we are slowly approaching this intermediate sprint, and for those of you that don't know, there are 15 positions available which all score points in these intermediate sprints in the Tour de France. So it is really important for those competing in the green jersey, which of course Peter Sagan is. So of course we're going to try and take some points here. So guys, here we go, 5k to go to this intermediate sprint. Mühlberger's putting Sagan in a really good position at the front of the peloton, expecting to see the likes of Viviani, maybe Groenewegen, here he is, move up now as well. They want to take some points here. I do want to see who takes it in the break. We can see they're going for it now. I think it will be the UAE rider, but now we need to up the pace with Mühlberger. We'll try and sprint away from the rest of them. Really nicely timed, I feel. Now Daniel Oss can go, and then we will have Peter Sagan for the final few hundred metres. Lovely lead out by Daniel Oss. Can we take the spoils from the peloton? Yes, we can. Beautifully sprinted, beautifully led out by Daniel Oss. We now protect Peter Sagan. Mühlberger can rest up, and we have 9 points already in the intermediate sprint competition. So guys, we're now going across this cobble section. You can see Conrad struggling as you would expect. Our GC leader Manny Buchmann in a good position though. And you will notice that somehow we've ended up in this position with these 3 riders up the road. Obviously Sagan, the peloton won't want him up the road. So I've set a little pace with Mühlberger. We will be brought in, but try and keep this lead for as long as we can. So we're coming up to the final KOM sprint of the day. We can see less than a minute to this group now. They will be brought in pretty soon, I feel like. Up the road, who's going to take this sprint? It's a three-way battle with De Gent, Cummings and Tom Scully. They've gone very early here as we approach this steepest section of the climb. The UAE guys trying to come back into it. Will it be Cummings? Yes, it will. Cummings will just about hold on. He adds 1 point to his tally for the KOM competition. So guys, as expected, the guys out front have been brought in. Kind of weird how he managed to stay ahead after that intermediate sprint, but there you go. We can see Burkhardt's gone to get some water. The rest of the guys staying towards the front of the peloton, ready for the final sprint. Okay guys, we have almost 25k to go in the stage, and you can see Mühlberger and Daniel Oss are really struggling actually. I tried to kind of let them drop back in the peloton to try and conserve some energy. After they were out front with Sagan, they've really used up a lot of resistance, which surprised me actually. I thought Oss would be okay because Mühlberger was doing all the work, but Oss, meant to be Peter Sagan's lead-out man, he's really struggling here. So guys, we're now coming into the final 10k of the stage. Breakaway is over. You can see Mühlberger and Oss, they haven't recovered in time. And I've just got this three-man lead-out with Postelberger, Schachmann and Peter Sagan. Going to use a few energy gels. Buchmann and Conrad, they should be okay to stay in this front group. I'm just going to up that to 95. Worth noting, the end of this stage seems to have really bad frame rates. I've noticed on a few other guys' videos as well. So it's not just my PC. It seems to be something wrong with this stage, or maybe it's just so detailed. But yeah, hopefully it should look okay. So we have Postelberger, who isn't a very good sprinter at all, but he's got very good flat, so we can go at like 90 with him. With 5k to go now, let's use the final energy gels. We may have to jump train with Sagan, maybe follow the likes of Groenewegen towards the end because we are running out now. Maybe we can go with Postelberger up to 96, 99 now with Postelberger. And Sagan has lost the wheel momentarily, but that is okay. So now we come into the final 2k. Schachmann can now sprint. We're struggling to cling on. Maybe we're going to have to follow someone else here. Can we grab Groenewegen's wheel with Peter Sagan? We'll try and move over. Now we can sprint. Go for the line. Peter Sagan versus Laporte versus Groenewegen. But it will be Peter Sagan winning stage 1 of the Tour de France. What a win for the big man. Absolutely love it. What a start for our race. So there is Peter Sagan on top of the podium in stage 1 of the Tour de France. What a start for us. The finish really suited Peter Sagan with it going uphill, and he delivered at the end. And there he is, Peter Sagan in yellow for stage 2. Absolutely love it. And Armé De Gent actually takes the KOM jersey. Really nice start for him and Wanty Group Gobert. And there is Sagan also in control of the green jersey competition already, which will really worry the likes of Groenewegen and Viviani. Caleb Ewan takes the white jersey after finishing 3rd on the stage. Maxi Schachmann in 2nd in this competition. So guys, what a start to our race. Peter Sagan gets the win ahead of Alexander Kristoff in the end. Caleb Ewan was 3rd for Lotto Soudal. Groenewegen was in the lead of the sprint. He went too early though. He died towards the end. Viviani only 9th, very disappointing for him. And Michael Matthews in 6th. He'd have wanted to do better today as well. And if we scroll down, we can see everyone finished in the front group in our team. So that's good for Buchmann and Conrad in their hunt in the GC. You can see a few riders lower down though. They did lose some time. Mahoric, that will really put him in a good position to go in breakaways already. We have Laurens de Plus down here. Don't think any withdrawals, but as you can see, quite a few riders behind. Reichenbach, Henao and Guilherme Martin 9 minutes down. Not the start he wanted. And so guys, stage 2 is a team time trial. We're in Brussels again, 27 kilometers basically, and we definitely don't have a very strong team time trialing team. We only have Maxi Schachmann, who's a decent time trialist really. Buchmann's not too bad, same with Conrad and Sagan, but the rest of the guys, they're in the 60s really, so I think we're going to struggle today. I think Sagan's going to lose that yellow jersey, but it'd be really nice to see him wear it tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like and a comment down below for me if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And I'll see you guys for stage 2 of the Tour de France.